It is Wednesday. It's OSD, Obsessive Sneaker Disorder. This is episode 349. My name is D. Wells, coming to you live and direct from the OSD studio, live from Worcester, Massachusetts. We are wherever you are. We represent the sneaker culture. We represent the worldwide everything. Yes, I said that right. The worldwide everything. Because we are just like you. Thanks for tuning in. We got the Sole Doctors checking in from everywhere around the United States and then some. We got Houston, Texas. We've got Brooklyn. We've got New Jersey. We've got Atlanta. We've got California. We've got Connecticut. We've got the Carolinas and then some. So thank you for tuning in. Hopefully you're ready to walk with us, talk with us, and more importantly, rock with us. Because, you know, we give it to you straight. We don't mess around. We don't play around. We talk sneakers, the culture, and what makes this thing, so beautiful. So let's get straight to it, We're going to go straight to Texas. Texas, everything is big. Mr. Kadoma is about to do it even bigger. H-Town Sneaker Summit. The clock is ticking, and, man, we know. You're about to put it on. What's up, Kadoma?
Man, what's up, D? What's up, Paper? What's up, all the obsessive sneaker disorderlies around the world? That is right. We got it going down Sunday, July 26th at the NRG Center where the Houston Texans play. It is our 12th annual H-Town Sneaker Summit summer event. Been doing this for a dozen years. So it keeps growing, man. It's going faster than I think. But man, we got a lot of cool things. A couple of new brands coming out. Can't really say anything yet, but I'm glad that Square Cash just signed on to be the official payment partner. So I know everybody's got issues with a couple of payment options out there, or meetups. You know, we're excited to have Square Cash on board. It's the brainchild of Jack, you know, founder of Twitter and founder of Square, and now he's got the Cash app. I've been using it for a while now, probably a few months to a year. You can instantly transfer funds via text message, and with most bank accounts, it goes immediately to your account, no fees. So make sure you go to the iPhone App Store or the Google Play Store and check out that Cash app. And yeah, man, it's going down. Sneakersummit.com has all the info, travel plans. I think the hotel ends this month. Our special rate United Travel deals will be available till the day of the event. So if you want to come out and catch a good show, you know, it's a celebration of sneaker culture. That's where we'll be Sunday, July 26th at NRG Center.
Nice, man. Ooh. People, again, we say this all the time, and Kadoma, I know I sound like a broken record, so please bear with me for a minute. People hear about the H-Town Sneaker Summit. People see the pictures, people see the videos recapping it, but there's nothing like experiencing it yourself. We highly recommend it. I highly recommend it. So stop half-stepping and make your way to H-Town for the Sneaker Summit ASAP. So we're going to go from H-Town to NYC. Doctor, Paper Chasers in the building. What's up, sir? Uh-oh, the gremlins got him. Did they get him? They get him, but that's all right. We'll wait for him to come back on and join us. Paper, are you there? Dr. Paper? Paging Dr. Paper. Yeah. Okay, there we go. You're back. What's up, sir? Me? Yep, we got you now. No, baby. Oh, I feel like the and one mixed.
Okay, good. Greetings.
No, you keep sound like the Matrix again, brother man.
Totally. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, they got you tonight. The gremlins. The gremlins are in your Or
gotta
in
come
your
back.
yeah, jump out and jump as you come back in. So we got a lot of stuff in store. You know, people mark the date on your calendar, July 26th. Kadoma's already told you that to make sure you make your way to H-Town Sneaker Summit. You know, the summit, you know, all the time, one thing you can count on is a good time. You get people to come out representing the culture first and foremost, but then certainly, there's all the other stuff that goes on. That's a lot of fun. You get to finally meet people in the flesh. And we talk about this all the time. I always say, we know a lot of people, you know a lot of people, but you actually get to meet them in the flesh, hang out with them, break bread, party, talk sneakers, but then talk about all the other stuff that we're into, all the other passions that we have. So, Dr. Paper, you back with us? Now I see two of you, and I know I just got my eyes examined,
Yes,
but
sir. Y'all hear me?
yeah, now we can. There we go. So what's the
Hello.
scenario? No, got him again. Welving the Great, got him. Oh man. So H-Town Sneaker Summit. Make sure you get your ass
Yeah.
down there. You know,
Ah.
make sure you come you check it out directly. Um, one of the things we want to talk about today, particularly if you have an opportunity, if you missed episode 348, go back and check that one. That is one for the ages. You know, and don't fret. We are working on finally getting the audio version of our show back on iTunes, back on all the podcasts, audio podcasts directories. That is coming. I know. I can't even tell you how many people have been hitting me up saying, "Yo, D, what's going on with the audio version of the show?" So it is going to be coming soon. You'll be able to catch it on TuneIn Radio, on iTunes, on Podcast Pickle. Again, all the directories. So within I would say within 2 weeks, you'll be able to catch up on some back episodes, and then we have a whole book of shows to get up there as well. So I think the last show that we have up there is episode 273 or 274. So don't fret. We're gonna do some of the old to the new and play catch up. So audio podcast coming soon. Dr. Ridiculous is in the building. What's up, sir?
What's happening?
We're good, man. You know what's happening in the O to the N to the E.
Just all the typical stuff, doing the creative work, consulting work, trying to keep up with the good style, trying to rehab the quad so that I'm ready to go when I go overseas. So
Nice.
all the good stuff. Oh, wait, I got a shipment today.
Uh-oh. Dum, dum, dum. Boom! Uh-oh, you got him. You got him.
Why not? But why
Man.
not? Happy camper today, man.
Man.
I can honestly say that they are way more beautiful in person. They're crazy.
So these are the straight white on white ones. These aren't are these ridiculous customs?
Nope, these are the straight white on whites.
Okay.
Again, we talked about the fact that the white on whites also
And then-
released pre-ordered the same time as the silvers.
Right.
And so I was fortunate enough to be able to snag both pair.
Okay.
These white on whites are incredible. I can honestly say that this one is it can be trained in, and mine will be run in eventually.
Mm-hmm.
But it's definitely a style version. It's definitely that white on white is hot for the summer.
Gotcha.
Yeah. One of the and remains again my whole thing with it was that far before you know who wore it and made it a must-have for the hype beast.
Absolutely.
It remains the best running shoe, the best trainer on the planet, and I'm going out on a limb to say it's my favorite shoe of all time, easily.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's a huge statement.
It's major. I'm
Okay.
all too willing to say that in the pedigree, and the reason I can say that is in the pedigree of trainers, my favorite shoes, it's almost like a bracket. My favorite shoes of all time are trainers. I respect Jordans. I like Jordans. I play ball, but I've always been a track and field athlete. So, 180s, Air Max, Asics, gel lights, gel 3s, if we're doing a battle royale down through the ages, those definitely take the cake, man.
Those come high in your list.
Oh my goodness! Like they catapulted to the front. Not only on functionality but style, you know. And as a designer and a former architecture major, the whole form following function that rings true with me.
Mm.
All right, you got to tell us what you like about them.
Oh, absolutely. Okay, first off, the shoe is well balanced. It's a neutral shoe. So what most won't understand, well, I won't say that. I say to educate most, a neutral shoe is neither overly arch supportive, so that you're being controlled or pushed to the outside,
Mm-hmm.
just in case you're a pronator, and you're not being allowed to go outside as a supinator. So it's for those who don't have any structural problems with the foot, so that you can pretty much wear anything. What I like about it, though, is the balance that it has in that. You know, I do bounding, stair workouts, um, plyometrics, jumps, all of that kind of stuff. So it's highly responsive. So it's got that feel that came with a lot of the barefoot runners from
Mm.
a couple of years ago. But you know that you're not literally on the ground. You've got tons of cushioning in there. So the Boost technology maximized the low profile with the midsole feel of one of those new say like the Hokas. You know, it's got a maximized feel with a minimal ride. The Prime Mid
Mm.
is fully breathable but supportive. So you know I can wear these, and most oftentimes I wear these just barefoot like a sock.
Like,
And
okay.
so, yeah, to have that kind of snug feel and be able to actually sprint and jump in them without feeling like I cut off the circulation in my foot by tying it too tightly, yeah, I love that. The external cage helps with that, so that basically your foot is locked inside of that external cage, but your Achilles
Oh
is free to
wow.
move. Yeah, so that whole middle part is soft, but you're trapped inside the cage, so you got full arch support, full heel support. Just it's proud, and I think that's why it's my favorite shoe of all time. It's the most complete shoe that I've ever worn, and not had to compromise anything to say, okay, I like 2 out of 3 things on this shoe, which almost every trainer I've ever had is more of it's less of a I like everything and I love this shoe. It's more of kind of a war of contrition, or should I say attrition. I like 2 out of 3 things or 3 out of 4 things, so I can live with this trainer for the next 4 months. This one is how many of these can I get before I actually have to stop go broke.
Mm.
See, that's one of my favorite shoes right now too. And last year I was all about the Pure Boost. This year it's all about the Ultra Boost. It is definitely a big step up when they say that there's, I don't know how many more percent boost they figured
20.
is in that. Yeah, 20% more boost in that midsole or outsole. You can definitely feel that. You
Yep.
know, it's probably been, man, I don't want to. I don't want to say it, but has it been since the 90s where you put a shoe on and you felt like that difference,
Yeah, it's
Mm.
that huge step forward in
yep, for
footwear
me it was
technology?
Zoom.
I
Yeah, for
mean,
me it was Zoom Air.
Boost is definitely that. Like you feel the difference when you put it on.
Yep.
Um, And I don't know the thing that got me about the Ultra Boost. I kind of like the Pure Boost, how the tongue was somewhat detached, and the Ultra Boost is
Yeah.
more of like a one-piece upper.
Yeah.
I guess it's better function-wise, but it's kind of a pain to put on. Where the Ultra Boost, you just kind of slip on
Yeah.
it. But once you have them on,
Yeah, then
they're
it
awesome. They're
could.
great.
I will agree with that, Kadoma, in that I like it, but again, I wear them like a sock. So getting them on barefoot is a little bit easier. But if you've got socks on, or you have a wider foot trying to get it in, it's tough to get on at first
Yeah.
because the collar is actually sewn into place.
And like I wear mine casually. I haven't ran in them or trained in them yet, but so I'm looking to mash something on as I'm on my
Right.
way out the door. And
Right.
those are the shoe you actually have to sit down and take your time and place it.
Right.
Place your foot into it. So
Right.
that's one thing. And then I saw that you had some unique laces in there. Are those secondary or did they
Yeah, they're
come
all
with a
secondary. What I did is immediately upon buying them, I go and match them up. The company that I use is Lace Locks, and
mhm.
so and it's they're great, man. And so I matched
And
them up with colors. Go
that's
ahead.
what a lot of triathletes use, those kind of
Yes,
laces.
yes, absolutely. So sorry, I said it backward. It's Lock Laces is the actual company name.
Okay.
And yeah, so I actually matched them up with the color. That allows it to be more of a slip-on. And so then when it's time to tighten the shoe, you just grip, rip, and tighten. And so then it's like a speed lacing system in which I never ever have to tie this shoe. I only have to tighten it.
Okay, now I gotta ask you, what is your feeling on the difference between the prime knit and fly knit? Have you
Oh my
tried both?
God. Yes, yes. As most will know, I collected quite a few Flyknit shoes last summer. They were great for summertime. They were breathable. But one thing that I have found, and I found this out by heating the shoe, because I like to get a snug fit. When we first, it would have been about over a year ago when Flyknit was first getting like really popular, and we were talking about how Nike actually offers they used to offer that steam box, and you could actually go get your fly knits fitted, and they would shrink to fit almost. I tried that
Really?
with the yeah
Oh, I never knew that. Okay.
yeah, and it's because of the type of synthetic fiber that they use, where that stuff will actually shrink and get hard. It will like almost melt like plastic. But the Prime Knit from Adidas is more like cloth, so it's truly more like a sweater, like a knitted sock. And I did the same thing, and the Prime Knit got slightly more snug, but it wouldn't melt. And so I'm a far bigger fan of Prime Knit than I am of Fly Knit. And the more that I've been in the shoe, it stays flexible, stays breathable. If you were to see them side by side, Fly knit is actually hard. It feels like rougher plastic, whereas Prime knit feels like a sock. And so
Mm.
I can see why Nike wanted to block it because it's a better product. The just alone, not even talking about the style or the actual shoes, but Prime knit versus Fly knit, I go Prime knit all day.
Hmm.
Cool. I'm really feeling the prime knit too. I don't think I've owned enough fly knit to compare the two together. Um, I knew I had to get the Ultra Boost the moment I saw it because the Pure Boost was such a big hit. I definitely had to take that next natural progression and see if the 20% extra boost was all it was
Yeah,
cut out to be. And
yeah,
that's I think I've owned a couple of Prime Knit shoes before then, but the Prime Knit on the Ultra Boost, if you could just hold it up and
yeah, yeah,
show
absolutely.
that toe box how it's like, I mean, it's form fitting to your foot. Like you said, it's like putting on a comfortable
Yeah,
sweater.
here
Right.
I
Like,
throw my fingers inside, and you can
yeah.
see that's where how it moves.
But
Man.
I mean, just the way that it hugs your foot, it's unexplainable. That shoe right
Yeah,
there
it's
it's
crazy.
it's incredible. It's got to be. It's definitely gonna be when you see the list come out at the end of the year. That's a no-brainer top five.
Absolutely,
So.
absolutely.
Man. Well, they're on my list. They're on my list to be purchased. It's just I haven't pulled the trigger yet, and I don't know why. I've just been
It's the
busy with other
only
stuff.
shoe I've
But
had that made its previous iterations obsolete. Like I've never gotten an Air Max and said that my other Air Maxes were obsolete. I've had
hmm.
Energy Boost, and my Energy Boost shoes do not get worn anymore because I have the Ultra Boost. Yeah, they made their own product
I
obsolete.
was gonna say, so they pushed another one to the back. That's all.
Yep.
That happens.
So
Well,
that's a
we're
little
waiting.
That's a little technical corner for
Hey,
this week.
that's as I say. That's how it goes. That's how
Absolutely.
it goes. Well, folks, Dr. Paper Chaser is trying to still make his way online, but we want to let you know that episode 6 of From the Feet Up is available on the internet right now. If you go over to let's go episode 6 From the Feet Up. A lot of people were asking, from Network A, is what's going on with the show? Are we still doing it? And absolutely. So there's a new episode, and it's called From the Feet Up: A Sneaker Deal Gone Wrong. And I'm going to share this so folks can actually take a quick look, and we'll give you a sneak preview of what to expect with this brand new episode of From the Feet Up. Let's check this out.
Hey sneaker lovers, this is From the Feet Up.
So if you go
What
over
happens
to
to
look
fake
for
sneakers
Network
in
A,
Sicily? Contrary to the
a
mass
sneaker
destruction
deal
that takes place in the
gone
U.S.,
wrong.
officials in
Go and
Catania,
check that
Sicily
out.
actually get
Very short, a minute and 32 seconds long. Worth certainly you checking out and seeing Dr. Paper Chaser himself. Oh, why did I grab that screenshot right there when he's looking all odd and weird and stuff like that? Let's back it. That's better. There we go. Right there.
There we go.
They're much more better. So going over.
Much more.
Go over to Network A. Make sure you hit the subscribe button right there. As you can see, I'm subscribed to Network A. Do it now, please. Go subscribe. And make sure once you watch it, you tweet at Paper Chaser at OSD_Paper Chaser minus the E in Chaser. So, great new episode. More stuff is certainly coming. Doctor, right on time, right on cue?
Yeah.
Talking about that new episode 6. Is that correct? Episode 6? Am I right with that?
You guys hear me?
Yep, we can hear you
Yeah,
fine.
gotcha.
Yep.
Okay, a little bit of issue.
Yeah.
Um,
Got the
Different.
gremlins.
got-
Got the gremlins.
but be back.
So I was telling folks to make sure they go over to YouTube.
Thank you for putting.
Okay. Oh, they still got you, man. Wow, they're working overtime tonight.
Yeah,
I'm thankful for that, and it got me again.
A little bit.
yeah, they keep snagging them.
As soon as you start talking.
Yep, the mini hoonies.
Or the marabu, or would that be the marabundas? Which is it?
The marabundas, yep, the mini
Marabundas.
hoonies, the mini hoonies and the marabundas, they got him.
Got him. So, go check out episode, From the Feet Up, A Sneaker Deal Gone Wrong. Make sure you go do that. And, yeah, make sure you subscribe. Like I said to the folks, hit that subscribe button. New episodes coming real soon as well. We got a lot of stuff on deck. Lots of good things going on. So I was looking at some sneakers this week. I was working with my friend Rick, who has this unbelievable sneaker collection, and particularly getting sneakers ready to head to Brooklyn for the Brooklyn Museum, the Out of the Box, the Rise of Sneaker Culture exhibit, which as of today, still, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, it officially opens to the public on Friday, July 10th, 2015. So that's right around the corner. But one of the things that I was doing, I was standing in, and I'll share this picture with you guys because this is what we do. We tell it to you exactly how we see it. I was standing in a storage unit, chock full of history, chock full of sneakers that go from floor to the ceiling. So many that I forgot how many really dope, good-looking sneakers there are from Jordan, particularly from Jordan brand. Some of the hybrids, when we start talking about hybrids or mashups, I call some of the like the Air Force Ones with mixed with the Jordans. I forgot, y'all, like how crazy some of them are, and what the impact is when they start crossing over. Like for example, I'm trying to bear with me. I'm trying to find this one particular picture to give you uh, the perspective of what I was seeing. Of course, I can't get to it right now because, as they say, the gremlins are all working overtime. But here we go. Here we go, yo. Where is it? Here we go. I'm going to screen share this particular one with you so you can see what I was taking a look at, what I was seeing. Um, and folks, Steve and Kodoma, you remember these when these started popping up all over the place? And I apologize right now because I didn't rotate the picture, but
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a Jordan 3 Air Force One
yes,
Yep.
and
Fusion.
and
And
this is uh-huh.
I have a story behind that, behind those shoes right there. And are those the ones that they called the best of both worlds?
Exactly.
You know,
Great memory.
originally, this was supposed to be the collection pack. I think, instead of the Jordan shoes 1 through, what was it, 23 in the collection pack?
Right.
The pack was supposed to be a Jordan and an Air Force. And yeah, I mean, that's what I heard. But
Yep.
then we saw these, and I don't know how they did. But then the collection pack came out as follows. I also heard that the collection pack, if you and maybe we could confirm with Dwayne next time he's able to hop on here if any of this is true or just urban legend. But I also heard that the collection pack was originally supposed to form a picture of Jordan if you collected all the boxes and stacked them up a certain way, like a Rubik's cube.
I could see that.
I think that would
definitely
have
could
been.
see
I
that.
think that would have been really cool if that would have
That's
I could
happened.
see
crazy.
that. You know what?
But
I'm gonna have to try that next time I'm back in the storage facility
no,
and
no, it's not
well,
on there. It's
it's
not.
not.
No,
Oh, okay.
they decided to save some change and make all the boxes the same.
Okay.
But that's kind of what I heard through the wire there. But I don't know if I have a pair of these or not. I'm positive that DJ Oakliff does.
Mm.
I think I got suckered into buying one pair of Fusions, and it was the blue suede M&M 4s.
Okay.
I don't know if you remember that one. I figured that was the closest I'd get to owning M&M 4s is that pair right there. So those are probably in the archives
In the
buried
archive somewhere.
somewhere.
All right.
Yeah.
Dr. Paper Chaser, we're talking about some of the some of the mashups, hybrids, whatever you may call them, of Jordans mixed with an Air Force One. I forgot about this one, so I wanted to to share this one with the viewers and the team because there's some really nice ones in there, but then there's some that look straight up like some like knockoff fake whatever like there are some colors I was like, wait a minute, that looks like a Bape. Oh, wait a minute, Bape did do a colorway just like it. So this particular one though, like Kadoma said right off the top, was called the best of both worlds, and it was really sharp. It really stood out. It was really unique, with the gold laces to boot. So I just wanted to share that with y'all and see what folks thought about it because it definitely it stood out to me. It really stood out to me. And, you know, some of them were
It's crazy. It was a very particular moment in time too when it came to Jordans in particular, because they were foreshadowing a lot of the shoes people wanted and remembered. A very calculated move, in my opinion, to what they knew was going to be coming down the road. You know,
right.
they took this, like the first one that came out, no lie, is the only one that to this day I still like in terms of hybrid, and it
Mm-hmm.
was the 12, the Air Force One with the Taxi 12
Taxi
mix.
12, so it was a higher one, and it was a
That
high.
was, yeah, it was a high, yeah,
Okay.
and it came complete with the straps and you know all the gold accents and everything that you come to recognize from the 12. And to me, it was one of the most well done because it didn't look Frankenstein. It looked like it could actually live. And it came in some nice packaging with the window, and you opened up the box, and it was there framed. And I think it was a very particular moment in time.
True indeed. Well, this next pair, this one, I want you remember this one. This is one of those two that again
Yeah.
caught me off guard.
I don't remember that one at all.
No, so
Mhm.
this one, what was really unique about it, or what is really unique, so yeah, we see inspiration of the five, but what it has, this, you know, the writing all over this area right here,
Yeah.
it says is it the shoes from
Yep.
the
That's
classic
that's pretty cool print.
Mars
Yeah.
Blackman,
Well,
you
and
know,
that's on the inside of the Mars Blackman Spizike.
exactly. So when you get like when you start zooming in and you can actually see it, you know, in areas
Yep.
like right around here, it says, "Is it the shoes? Is it the shoes?" You know.
Mm.
So I thought that again, little subtle cues. I forgot
Look at
about
all
some of these.
the detail and the craftsmanship that goes into that shoe, like the what do they call that? The folded under stitching there on the toe
Understitching on the
box.
toe box. Yep,
Yeah.
I
exactly.
mean, you don't
Yeah.
see that too much anymore.
And
And
it's
Yeah.
these probably retailed for what?
I want to say the box was
150.
150, if I
Yeah,
remember correctly. The
150.
box.
All of them were going 150. I remember when they were doing that hidden stitching in that 30th and not I mean the 20th and 25th anniversary packs. You know,
Right.
all the Air Force Ones that were coming out were hiding the stitching behind the actual toe box, and it made for a real clean silhouette.
Yeah, I do see some glue there, but the leather looks like it's on point.
Yeah, leather premium.
That
And the
print
paint,
is amazing.
that's that paint job. That sidewall paint job is clean.
Yeah.
ain't nothing off there. That's crazy.
So I just wanted to bring those up because I was like, man, okay,
No,
they
that's a
weren't
good catch.
they weren't playing around. So again, I was going through and seeing some of these. Some of them I haven't seen since 2010,
Yeah. You
2009.
know they're still doing fusions though. They're just called labs now.
Good point.
I'm not gonna fall for the banana in the
Not gonna
tailpipe.
fall. Not gonna fall for that one. Okay.
Yo, you guys hear me?
They just call it something different in 2015. Okay, we will. Man, the labs. I mean, and they charge a pretty penny too. So let's. I want to throw something out there. Besides Adidas and the Ultra Boost, which brand right now, Fedoma, to you, is really kind of putting their neck out there and becoming kind of a go-to sneaker for the summertime, specifically
Vans.
to summer Vans, right up the rip.
Vans is owning it right now. And that is
Okay.
because they're the original skateboard shoe. They just dropped their first skateboard video with generations of skaters, everyone from Tony Alva, who was one of the first professional skateboarders to wear Vans, Steve Caballero, the first professional skateboarder with the signature shoe, I believe.
Yep. Yep. The
And
Caballero
you know,
High.
so it's got the OGs in there. It's got, you know, some of today's legends in there. It's got some of the pioneers in there. It's a phenomenal video, and they did a world tour. I think with free booze and free popcorn and free stickers and T-shirts. The premiere was really well, and then you got the Warped Tour about to kick off. For music lovers in the United States. And then just it's an affordable shoe and it's classic. And you got the Mickey Mouse pack coming out on Friday. The Disney pack. They just did something with Takashi Murakami that's going to drop this month.
Okay.
And it's affordable. It's classic. There's something for everybody. That's a summer shoe, man. I mean, the next thing I would say is probably next one on my list is Converse.
Okay.
That's the one I was gonna say.
Yeah, I think Concepts just dropped that cone denim. That looked real clean. And then they've been doing the Converse. What is that? Made by You events.
Made by You.
You can kind of customize your own pair. So Steve, I'll let you handle Converse, but Vans.
Well, I was gonna say that classic Americana summertime vibe is why Vans and Converse work really well during the summer. You see a lot of everybody from high school girls to college age girls doing the cut off jean shorts and a flat pair of Chucks, low top Chucks. Again, with the good weather all around the country, for the most part, that's when the skateboarders come out. That's when your BMXers come out. Your action sports are real live. The X Games is no longer, not that this is a direct reference, but it's a sidebar. The X Games is no longer just this kind of alternative sporting event. Winning an X Games medal is right up there with an Olympic medal for action sports. So with that going during the summertime, the big push for Austin right now, Vans and Converse especially, again, because I think the style and affordability, they're leaning into the fact that while everybody else is going for this triple white look, they're like, we've done that every year for the last 50 years.
Right.
Just put out some white Chucks and roll with it. So as a style, I would say not so much from the hype machine or the marketing machine, but just as an easy summer style that cannot be beat, I have already seen, especially the young ladies, ramping up the Chucks. They've been killing it.
So Vans, Converse, Chuck Taylors. Is there a third?
Then I think you got to go global. I think I would surprise some people with some of the global choices that I think are doing really well. Like, maybe not in this country, but Puma's actually doing quite well globally in terms of pushing some summer style, some low top trainer silhouettes. They've always had that kind of fashion style edge to what they do. That's why they get questioned so much in the performance realm, is because they've steered their trainers more towards style. And so globally, like in European style circles, Puma is still doing a good job.
Well, Puma also, we see their version. We saw, I think we saw a preview of it about 2 weeks ago of their own version of, say, Flyknit. Their runner, one of their classic, one of their classic, sneakers.
Yep. And then they have their own version of sort of fresh foam boost kind of thing called Ignite foam.
Ignite, right?
Yeah.
So what I was particularly paying attention to with Puma, and I was going to say Puma, I think is one of those companies with their Puma, the XS 500 that came out back on back in May 22nd to be more specific, and we actually put this up. This was available on. We wrote about it and put pictures of them up on the OSD blog, and you can actually go and take a look more closely at what they're doing. They do look very similar. I mean, you've got your red, you've got your black and white, your white and blue, and black on black seems to be one of the more popular ones. This particular one coming up here, this one, black on black with the midsole versus, navy blue and white with the midsole, or even black and white, or even the red and black, which a lot of people seem to be, kind of clamoring for.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree that Vans has been on fire. Converse, I love their new campaign, like you already said, Kodama and Dr. Ridiculous. and now I think Puma is in that realm. I would like to also see, for some reason, I keep thinking that a brand or company like New Balance and Saucony would like to kind of go there,
They
but
are doing well, yeah.
they're afraid. New Balance is afraid of walking away
Mhm.
from what's made them. They still see themselves as a technical running company.
Yeah.
And then Saucony, let's be honest, they haven't really come out with a new silhouette in probably the
No.
past 20 years.
They're the
So
they're
right
the
now
new
it's
they're
all
the new New
rehash.
Balance. Yeah, to me they're the new version of. And as a matter of fact, one of our Foot Lockers here, I just got report this weekend. Our new Foot Locker / House of Hoops here at Westroads Mall in Omaha is the #1 selling Saucony store in the company. And I don't know how they're doing it, but they are pushing the hell out of some grid shadows.
Really?
Oh yeah, they said they just got reports that they're the #1 Saucony seller in the Foot Locker Inc. Realm, and it's
Wow.
because and they've got great colorways, but like you said, it's in my mind they've become the New Balance in terms of banking off of their silhouettes that they have, those numbered silhouettes. Like how many shadows do they have? How many of this? How many of that? And then just color upon colorway upon colorway. They're the new Asics and New Balance when it comes to the tried and true, almost I'd say prep school casual.
Man.
You rock those with a pair of any outfit from Abercrombie, H&M, and Gap with a pair of Sauconys, and you got your prep
You're
school
good.
chic look for the whole
Yeah.
summer.
I mean,
Yeah,
we've been seeing the collabs.
I gotta
Okay.
agree with you, D. Puma's got it figured out. They got a lot of nice stuff coming. You just saw that the knit there, and then some of these collabs, everything from McQueen to the stamped Desert Storm. It's just looking really clean. And then don't forget, A Life 2, and then Rihanna's gonna come out next year. It's
And
it's
then
all
and then it's an Olympic year, and they got the fastest man on the planet
yeah,
still.
it's all coming together for Puma. So if you want to be fashion forward on that cutting edge of fashion, hop on now before so you can say
True,
you did it before
true,
everybody else. Because I think
true,
2016 we're gonna see Puma have a really big year.
true. They always have a good year out in LA, Vegas. Some of the high population areas where that kind of Euro style is actually appreciated.
True.
Midwestern probably not, East Coast probably not, South probably not, but definitely Europe and anywhere beyond, say Denver down through California, maybe a little bit up into Portland or whatnot. And it does. Puma's the kind of shoe and the kind of brand that it comes with an entire cachet of look and clothing and style, that more European style that can handle the silhouette of a low-cut trainer that's slim. It's not bulky like a Nike, Air Max 2000, whatever the year, that kind of thing. I think Puma, the reason that they stay so fashion forward is because they actually tie into a much larger look than anything else.
Right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Hmm. All right. So summertime kicks. We talked about 1 Vans, 2 Converse, 3 Puma, 4 Saucony, and then everyone
I would say
else,
yeah. Four. I put them again. I'm gonna say
or New
four.
Balance.
Four prep school chic. New Balance, Asics, Saucony.
Prep school chic.
Yep.
I like that.
And
That's a new terminology.
yeah,
We'll
and
keep that one.
you just dashed out of prep school and you're headed to the country club with you and the rest of the caddy shack.
Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Shout out to Pete Nice checking into the show. Thanks for tuning in. Yep, love the show. Love the talk on Converse for sure. Shout out Pete Nice. What's going on, man? All right. I told people last week that I'd be bringing it back. I've been told and asked, and I can't say I've been begged, but people say, "Bring it back, D. We miss the infamous, the famous
We haven't
segment.
done a WTF in a
We
minute.
haven't done a WTF in
It's
probably
Because
just going.
there's too much to choose from.
wow,
It's all
5
WTF.
episodes.
It's all WTF right now.
So
Uh,
we're gonna go down the line. I'm gonna go first to give y'all an opportunity to think and go grab your WTF. So
I know what my WTF still is from last week.
really,
Oh yeah,
okay,
and I'm gonna
okay.
put myself. I'll even
You
put
want to go
myself
there?
on the
Go
line
ahead.
with this.
Okay.
To me, this is my WTF, and here's
Okay.
why. Because we discussed it. Now, this was the limited edition. It even said it on the box, on the label when it came, when you ordered it from the store. LTD, limited edition. This one, not so much. I've got 3 other colors of that Ultra Boost, all easy to get. Nobody gave a damn. This was the most blatant tell of the hype. And I have been talking about this all white with somebody, with a few other people, for long before Kanye was spotted, because the picture had been floating around for quite some time. They did sneak previews of this shoe in February, and nobody was checking for this Ultra Boost. And then all of a sudden, one picture, that's all it took, with the uber popular, the ever so controversial Kanye West wearing this shoe.
Right.
Now all of
Right.
a sudden it's a must have, and people will still deny the fact that the hype is telling you what shoe to buy. And again, saying that this is a WTF when I just got it myself, I'm holding it in my hands, is still a WTF to me, because it was pulling teeth for me, staying up super early, making sure, or super late, should I say, making sure I got on when the clock struck, whatever, to get mine ordered for a shoe that nobody wanted until one person wore it in one colorway. Come on. So to me, that's my WTF. It's not about the ugliness of the shoe. It's about the strangeness of the human psyche when it comes to sneakers and cool shit and must-have stuff. They don't want the technology. They want it because somebody else told. Like my biggest question is, who knows how to wear that shoe? Whether that's style related, whether that's nobody's checking for that shoe going, it's the most technical. Not this white one, because it is the most technical running shoe on the market right now. But for all those people who saw Kanye wearing it, I want to know what the sales of leather, skinny jeans, and these super tight jogger sweats are going through the roof, because that's the only way you all who don't really like that shoe know how to wear it. You're taking style cues. You're not making it your own. So that's my WTF tonight. They're going to be mad at me for that one.
Hey, it's all good. That's a good one, though. That's a good one. Kadoma, do you want to go?
Yeah, I'm gonna follow up Steve, and I'm gonna say WTF with all these all white shoes. I got into sneakers because I didn't like all white shoes. I didn't want dad shoes. I wanted like something a little flashy with some color, like, I don't know, but they're the cheapest shoe to make, right? You don't have to spend any money to dye that fabric or some midsole or anything. So they're getting over on you, and it's an easy way to make sure you're gonna have to spend some more money to buy another crisp pair, because most of them are one and dones, or dirt magnets, as I like to call them. So, so they're real hard to clean. Not capping on you, Steve. I'm just
No,
telling you
you're
right
right though.
now.
I done already invested in a new toothbrush.
There is an overabundance of all white and all black shoes right now. The valet shoes, as I like to call them, or the lunch lady shoes for the ladies out there.
There you go.
but man, I understand the monotone fashion and the emo sneakerhead look, but let's have some, I think Steve as a designer can appreciate a good color up,
Absolutely, man.
That's what makes things fun. We don't need every single silhouette from every single brand in an all white or all black offering.
That's a good call. The abundance of all white this year is actually surprising for summer.
Yeah,
It's
and,
almost,
and
but
Adidas was doing it with Stan Smith last year. Where were you guys
Yeah,
then?
exactly.
yep,
You know?
yep. And well, in years past, because that big trend, as we said a couple years ago, people started to strip the color out of runway fashion shows, and it did go gray, black, and white, very decidedly gray, black, and white on fashion runways, because it was a backlash to the hypercolor, to neons and all of that we saw about 2 summers ago, where the summer looked like 1980.
True, it did. But yet, this is 2015.
Yep.
Well, my WTF is actually to Complex for trying to make, for some strange, I don't know who is coming up with these. Maybe they're running out of content. Why are they trying to make the Air Monarch one of the coolest sneakers to wear?
I saw that.
One of the most uncool cool sneakers to wear for summer 2015.
I
Let's
must have
be
missed that.
honest.
Yeah. To me,
Let's
that's
be
trying way
honest.
too hard.
That's
Yeah, that's
trying
trying.
with the Air Monarch. We know is one of the top selling sneakers for Nike. It
Yeah.
actually outsells
Yes.
the Air Force One.
Absolutely.
It is unbelievably an uncool looking pair of sneakers.
It's not. It's not. It's more function than it is form. That's for sure.
I
Man,
don't care how you try to make them look cool, dress them up, flip them, peg leg pants, True Religion jeans, whatever. The Air Monarch, for anyone who is not probably is under the age of 72.
Thank you. Or not a lunch lady.
You should not be wearing the Air Monarch. No shots to Jason Maiden. Shout outs to J May.
No props for
Great,
that.
great design, but Complex, you get the gas face, you get the for trying to make the Air Monarch the cool sneaker of summer 2015.
Man,
Okay.
we're seeing a trend here. Dad shoes are big in 2015.
Exactly.
It's almost like Kadoma. You said it right. It's like hipster ironic. It's emo ironic of I'm gonna wear this very uncool shoe as a backlash to all the ultra cool stuff that's coming out.
Right.
The emo sneakerhead.
The emo sneaker.
Yeah. It's
so
too
cool,
for
it's
school.
uncool. Yeah, too cool,
So cool,
uncool.
too cool. Yeah, too cool for school, bro. Uncool
Man.
is cool.
But on the
Air
flip
Monarch.
side, we were getting into some of that goofy boy shit too. Like shit was getting way out there.
Boy, shit. Oh.
Yeah, see, I think the Monarch is a backlash to Jeremy Scott teddy bears. You're right.
Yeah.
Well, so there's a WTF, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for requesting it. We give you our WTFs individually, but also collectively. Keep those emails, those messages on Instagram or on Twitter. Keep them coming. Hit us up. Follow us. In other news, we got to announce that yes, summer 2015 social studies is coming back with a vengeance. And very, very soon you'll be able to, not only register online for the class, social studies, understanding the history of footwear all the way leading up to either working in the industry or starting your own business that relates to the footwear industry. So, yes, this will be taught by the Sole Doctors, particularly here of the OSD Talk Show. You will be able to sign up right on the OSDLive.com website. Press release will be going out real soon. But more importantly, you'll be able to, study, take the class from the comfort of your home, on your laptop, on your tablet, and even your cell phone. Yes, we got you covered. There is no excuses. No excuses. You're going to want to take this class with a number of guest lecturers and professors that will be joining us. So stay tuned for Social Studies 2015. It is going to be a great 8 weeks. Yes, 8 weeks of sneaker culture, history, and then some. And who knows, we have some stuff in store for y'all, baby. We do. So stay tuned for that. And make sure, again, more importantly, you may actually be able to see a little bit of a preview. We may even actually teach a class remotely from H-Town. Let's put it that way. You may actually be able to experience a little bit, take a class and learn while in H-Town at the same time. So we got some good stuff in store for you. So gentlemen, where are we going to go now? We have a couple more minutes before we wrap up, episode 349. We gave people the WTF. We talked about the summertime kicks.
True.
What topic? Where do we want to go?
That's a good one. I'm gonna defer to Mr. H-Town himself.
Okay.
Man, let me look at what I got here. I'm gonna try to pull up what we've been talking about over at Sneaker Summit. Adidas and Nike both unveiled their Nike unveiled the Be True pack, and Adidas, what is that called? The Pride pack.
Pride pack, yep.
So we're seeing more of that this year. I think Nike did that last year, and now Adidas is hopping on board. Man, there's a shoe for everything.
Really?
So,
that's crazy.
I'm trying to see what else we got here.
I know one thing that we talked about last week, newsworthy when it came to, again, the realm of footwear, not necessarily footwear itself. The president of FIFA got reelected, but everyone's kind of holding their breath about the indictments that did go through. So a little soap opera drama in the world of sports, and closely attached to footwear brands like Nike, Puma, Adidas, because names did get dropped and people are turning state's evidence.
And then didn't Sepp Blatter, actually the FIFA president, he resigned today. That was the big news.
Was it today?
Today, he resigned.
He resigned.
He resigned.
After being reelected. Oh, that means that somebody rolled on him.
So exactly.
Somebody has some dirt on him.
Yep.
Oh, man, because he pushed his election through last week.
Absolutely. I mean, this comes, after 14 indictments?
14 indictments. And then, like I said, he had one. It was Prince of Saudi Arabia that was up for the. He was running against him for the presidency. And then again, they overwhelming majority voted Sepp Blatter back into office, but they pushed it through fast. And I'm assuming it's because they knew this was coming. They couldn't really wait.
Yeah.
But he resigned today?
But he resigned today, and it seems like all the sponsors, FIFA sponsors, from Coca-Cola to McDonald's to even Adidas, came out and said, we applaud you, Sepp, for resigning, because we know that there's some more fallout, there's some more stuff that's taking place. There's been this whole corruption and fraud scandal has rocked the world.
That's crazy.
Particularly as leading up to basically saying that countries got the World Cup because they paid bribes, such as Russia in 2018, and then Qatar in 2022.
Well, it's when it got into the public sphere of business, because they were saying that they are so well insulated at FIFA. They're a private organization, truthfully. They're like the NCAA. They really aren't answerable to anybody else as long as they aren't breaking any overt laws. They don't have to show you their books. They don't have to show you their bylaws. They're a closely knit, closed circle. So when the indictments came down because of the bribes and the fraud, that's when it opened up the guts of the organization, and that's where it became the soap opera.
Right. Well, one of the things that's going to be interesting to see for me is because this we know this is huge. This whole scandal was big. Yeah. All the sponsors that are involved. One of the biggest sponsors of FIFA, besides Coca-Cola, besides McDonald's, besides Anheuser-Busch, is, believe it or not, Electronic Arts.
EA
Electronic Arts.
is?
EA is a big sponsor.
Well, I know FIFA World Cup, their video game is a monster.
Exactly. So, is this gonna change? Is this gonna change?
Okay,
Is this
you bring up a very good point, D, because we know that those games look like real life, so the sponsorships
exactly?
inside the video game.
Thank you. You see where I'm
I
going.
do see that. Okay,
So
okay,
the
yeah, that's
stadium,
big.
the
Yep,
boards,
yep.
just the whole game now changes.
And as much time as it takes to develop a video game, I guarantee you they had already mapped out the Qatar stadium. And,
Absolutely.
yeah.
In Russia and everywhere.
Yep,
Absolutely.
like they were building for the next platform.
Yep.
That's crazy to think about. And again, the in-game sponsorships, like video game world is very strange because if you're in a stadium and you see an Adidas banner, that Adidas banner it has two lives. It
Yep.
has a digital life and it has an actual life. And those sponsorships inside the game are for sale also.
Absolutely. Everything's for sale,
Oh, that's
baby.
crazy. That's crazy.
So,
Man.
so we know this is big. I mean, we knew it was big, but it
That's
gets
crazy.
even bigger. So now,
Yeah.
whoever steps into that that captain's chair, literally and figuratively for FIFA, they're gonna have their work cut out for them. They're gonna have a lot of making up to do. They're gonna have to definitely be doing a lot of walking and kissing hands, maybe kissing a lot of ass at the same time, which is not something FIFA is very well known to do.
They're
Because,
not.
like you said earlier, people's like, we are FIFA, you go
Yep.
do you, we're going to do what we do because we know what we're supposed to be doing. Well, guess what? Not when you've been taking money left and right and doing some illegal shit. So,
Yeah, yeah.
game
Let's
changer.
let's talk
That is
about
game
these
changer.
NBA finals and what it means
Yes, they
for the
begin tomorrow.
brands.
Absolutely,
Man.
You know,
absolutely,
we got
absolutely.
the Golden Boy Steph Curry uh, with his Under Armour shoe that's had a tremendous success. You know, we talked about it last year. We knew it was coming. I think what was that shoe we thought was the Curry one before the Curry one
He had
was unveiled?
he had a charge, didn't he?
A
Yep,
No,
it
charge.
was
his
a
yeah,
charge.
yeah. He had a
Anatomics
charge.
chart.
And the anatomics. Yeah, it was after the Spawn. He started out a little bit in the Spawn when he first got
That's
signed. But
right.
there was
Wow.
a shoe that looked very similar to his shoe now. It was a precursor to it.
So we had that, and then we unveiled the Curry one. It's been met with a
Mhm.
lot of success. I think Nike got their wish, although a lot of their guys were hurt this year. Um, Kobe was hurt, KD was hurt. Uh, but they got two of their guys, LeBron and Kyrie. I guess they made the right move, giving
Yeah, they're gonna do
Kyrie a
well.
SIG shoe. They got to the dance. So is this a big deal? Who comes away with the victory? Could we see a changing of the guard here? If
Nope.
Mm.
I've said it. I've said it before.
you know,
All Under Armour needed to do was make God bleed. That's it.
uh,
They win because look, Nike's a lumbering giant. They're gonna get theirs regardless. Yes, they got their marquee player, but there's no surprise there. LeBron would have sold shoes if he wasn't in the finals. Kyrie's a good surprise, and luckily he's back from injury and ready to play. But Under Armour on a signature player, the MVP, stepping up, lacing them up on the court in the finals. Golden State, first time in 40 years. There's something about the bell curve of success that the ride up looks more astronomical if you've been on the bottom. Nike's already on the
Mm.
top, so they got nowhere to go. They're already on top. Under Armour looks like they're on a rocket ship to catch up, so it just looks better for them.
Rocking, I like that.
Yeah, they're like, you already up there. We be up there in a second. Hit the afterburners, and their rise on the curve looks steeper, so it just looks better for Under Armour.
and we'll see. There's a lot of fanboys out there that think LeBron's going to will his way to a win.
Oh, he
Mm.
just might. He just might. But
You
like I said,
know,
all Curry has to do is play well, and he gets that little knock on the chin like you gave it your best shot, kid. And he looks good doing it. That's what I'm saying is Golden State and Curry and Under Armour cannot lose. Even if they lose, they still get that pat on the back for being the first time in 40 years that they're franchised. Is it 40 years?
Yeah, 40
Yeah,
years.
Just 40 years.
first time in 40
Wow.
years that their franchise has made it to the pinnacle. Whether they win it or not, they're going to get a good attaboy for doing that. And everything associated with that, you know? There's something about still being the underdog. Because let's face it, there's a lot of skeptical, cynical people out there saying that this is an NBA stage thing for LeBron. The NBA couldn't afford to let LeBron fail this year. Not after the whole switchback coming home, the drama and the soap opera story of the prodigal son coming home. That is marketing gold, and there are a lot of cynical people who are saying that it's all staged. Like nobody stood a chance as long as the Cavaliers made it close that the NBA was not going to let them fail.
Well, we'll have 3 games under our belt next week, so we'll have a good idea of where it stands. You know, who knows? Maybe the Rockets beat up both Curry and Thompson, so maybe they're not in the best shape either.
Again, you look at that Western Conference, that's part of why people have the conspiracy theory.
Yeah.
The Western Conference was the finals every single series. Meanwhile, LeBron and crew stormed through, minus Kyrie on half of it, minus so-called the big three of Kevin Love. Like, they literally just wrecked shop. They swept. How do you sweep someone who made it to the conference final? Normally, a sweep is going to happen early. But you sweep the conference finalists to make it in? Meanwhile, it is War of the Worlds in the West? Come on. That's seriously, they whoever come out of the West already got stuck. They're just hanging on for dear life.
Oh man. Oh.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be interesting. I was having this conversation with some cats in the barbershop earlier, and folks are rooting for LeBron and company, but I think I have to say Golden State can shock the world. So it's going to be hard. It's going to be hard.
Are people going to be clamoring for that Curry won championship, Pat?
Oh, jeez.
If they win, I guarantee you Under Armour has something up their sleeve to make that shoe go boutique worthy. If they win.
And I wonder if we're ready to see the Curry too.
Shoot, we're gonna see certain colorways. We know that much. We're gonna see some. We're gonna see some colorways for the for the for the finals.
And are they gonna? I wonder if they're ever gonna make that shoe like all the shoes we've seen in a low or a mid, because it's got a pretty high collar. And so I think one of that shoe's successes going forward is going to be if they drop the profile slightly.
And then I think they said they're going pretty hard after another free agent this summer, right? Do we have any ideas who that is? Any known free agents floating around?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Who would be
There's a lot of free agents.
We know people are willing to jump ship kind of for less money, a la what's his name from Chicago Bulls who left Adidas to wear Jordans.
Yeah.
So is there someone out there who's like, listen?
All of the Cavs are on 1-year, 2-year deals. They only have, I want to say they had three other starters locked up. Even LeBron has the option. Kevin Love has the option.
Well, I meant sneaker wise.
Oh, like who's in their contract?
Yeah, sneaker-wise,
sneakers.
I know the rumor came out Dwight Howard's unhappy with the Adidas, or may not be signing. He's been with them forever. But they say big men don't sell shoes. I'm trying to think.
I don't think he does, because I don't think he's commanding enough to sell shoes. That's part of the problem.
Who would be a rising up and coming star for to come in under Curry?
Well, you look at his fellow Splash brother. Like, if they could lock up 2 players on that roster, similar to the Kyrie and LeBron thing, I think that would be great for them.
Yeah, he just
Because
signed
the
to
market,
Anta though, right?
I
Thompson.
know, yeah,
Anta? Yeah.
yep, yeah. The marketing of a Splash brother where they can actually start to build on that brand
Yeah.
together underneath the same umbrella would have been brilliant.
But you
Is
don't
there
want to
anybody
put
on the
all your eggs in
Clippers?
one basket. You know.
Yeah, that's true.
It's not.
That's true.
Hmm.
Is there anybody from the West? Clippers, LA. I can't think of anybody that would be nearing the end of their shoe deal. Because a lot of times shoe deals coincide with actual
The actual
contracts.
contracts. Yeah, you're right.
Mhm.
You're right.
And then we got the
Hmm.
Kobe farewell tour coming next year.
Oh, jeez, that was yeah. Well, we know
Yeah.
that's gonna be a long draw. Yeah,
Are
exactly.
they gonna beat Kobe like a dead horse on his way
Yeah.
out the
Man,
Oh
door?
yeah.
all the way to the
All the way.
Olympics.
Yep. Yep.
Is he gonna play
Yep.
in the Olympics?
That's exactly why I said that, because if
Oh,
he's well enough and they play him sparingly, for him to go out on the Olympics, man, let me stop.
go
Cut
out
the
with the
check.
gold medal?
Wow.
Cut the check,
Is
Nike.
that how he's gonna do it? Go out with the
Go
gold
out
I
with
ain't
the
medal?
even gonna
medal.
say that. I ain't gonna say no more.
He'd be the elder
They
statesman. I mean, he's the Magic and Bird of '92 Dream Team.
they might be listening. Stop giving it away.
Wow. Okay. Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, we will end the show. This is episode 349 of OSD,
Woo.
Obsessive Sneaker Disorder. Before we wrap up, before we walk off to the sunset or into the moonlight, we have to run it down. Kadoma, last
Yes,
minute
sir.
words, thoughts,
Man,
tips, and
you
words of
got
advice.
50 something days to get your plans together. Make sure you get to H-Town Sunday, July 26th. We have an epic event being planned for you. Celebration of sneaker culture and the sneaker community. Sneakersummit.com's got all the info.
Nice, nice, nice. Dr. Ridiculous, when you got a trip
Yo,
coming up pretty soon.
yeah, trip coming up pretty soon overseas. Really excited about that. Looking forward to spreading the word, spreading the OSD love overseas,
Where are you
the
going?
ridiculous love. Going to
Where are you
France
going?
for a little bit.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's
Yeah,
what's up.
gonna parlez-vous that français a little bit.
There you go. You've
Mm.
been
But
practicing
I
too.
have been practicing.
There you
I
go.
think my parting shots for the crew and for everybody tonight would be something that's been kind of heavy on my head lately is, we're into donations and parting with our stuff when it's winter time and we're worried about the greater good and someone's cold and in a shelter and that kind of thing. But I would say summertime is just as important. People are more mobile. People are moving around a lot more. The need for good footwear, the need for clothing and stuff doesn't stop, when the wintertime sheds. You got a lot of underprivileged kids who need kicks for ball camps or things where
Mm,
they're actually doing things. So I would challenge everybody to come up off of a pair and not a pair of beaters. Come up off of a good pair anonymously. Donate them to a school, a shelter, a boys club, girls club, something. The footwear that we use is not always about style. A lot of us came from a pedigree of donated shoes for track and field. A lot of that's going on. My first pair of Nike my first pair of very serious running shoes was donated from one of my coaches. A great pair of Nike Vengeance, and
mm.
I'll never forget that. And that was very integral to me and my career and the steps I took going forward. So that would be my challenge. Parting shots is come up off of a good pair for somebody else who really needs it.
Great words of advice. Thank you, thank you. That's what's up. Well, on that note, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. This has been episode, 349. It's actually kind of, when I say that number, I don't think about it, but tonight, for some reason, this number just resonates. 349.
349, man.
349. So, wow. We keep doing it. We keep talking to you. You have questions, hit us up at info@osdlive.com. Reach out to us. We're easy to get to on social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, all the platforms. We are not hard to find, and we love to interact. So keep the questions coming. In the meantime, between time, keep your laces tight, tightly your tongue loose, and make sure you walk good.
Walk good.